If you're listening to this right now, that means you made it to 2024. Salute. Normally, I would, let the intro track play and then I start talking, but no, I'm the intro here right now. That needed to be said. But I'm going to cut myself off on the early side because we will pick back up from where I just left off. Trip 7, take us in.
Damn, they do a lot now. Yeah, feel like everybody tripping, that's a tough crowd. I'll be Jordan till they pippin' with my bus now. Tryna get 100 on a roadie, that's a bus. I don't need nobody but my team up on my back. Coming from the city, we get gritty, started from the track. Back when I was on the corner selling bags about a hat, I was sitting on the porch with a bottle in the back. I ain't never lack, never. Like true shit, yeah, I got that blueprint. Like who's this? I ain't on that cool shit. Like don't quit, cause I'm about to lose it. True spit, I'm about to make you an illusion. Just follow me. You talk a lot but say a little cause you doubted me. Ain't got time for the simple-minded bitch, you bother me. Where I come from it doesn't matter cause I'm about to be. The money we seeing, it's like we hit the lottery. I'm saying things I don't wanna cause I gotta be. And we could bang if you wanna, I'm a prodigy. The chopper sang in falsetto with the melody. Motherfucker, yeah, you should've never doubted me. Doubted me, feel like I'm an anomaly. Honestly, talking down on me turn you into a mockery. Trying to get rid of poverty, gotta be what I gotta be. No need for animosity, I'm just trying to hit lottery. Everybody wanna talk down on me like, but ain't nobody wanna get up on my level. I don't wanna be a crook, but I will take your bitch and run up on her with a big ol' smile and a hook. To your face, but up on your brakes, got a bit of taste, but I'm good. You and all from afar, from a stitch. See the scars, this a hit, I'ma flip, fly to Mars. With the flick on my wrist, 6 cars. Just follow me. You talk a lot but say a little cause you doubted me. Ain't got time for the simple-minded bitch, you bother me. Where I come from it doesn't matter cause I'm about to be. The money we seeing, it's like we hit the lottery. I'm saying things I don't wanna cause I gotta be. And we could bang if you wanna, I'm a prodigy. The chopper sang in falsetto with the melody. Motherfucker, yeah, you should've never doubted me. Doubted me. Should've never doubted me. Doubted me. Why you doubting me? I'm just trying to hit the lottery.
And that was Lottery by Trip 7. I like that song. Definitely. You know what I mean? Especially that part where he said, should have never doubted me. That struck me in my soul. Just like they should have never doubted you. You know what I mean? They ain't know they was talking to that one. But we ain't gonna give, any light or any shine to people that don't need to have any light on them. Let's get back to what we was talking about here. 2024. We are here. Salute. You know what I mean? Because this decade has been crazy from jump. You know what I mean? COVID on in, it's been wild. It's been one big Hunger Game mixed with Jumanji preparing us for a purge. It's just all over the place. You know what I mean? And while we are still progressing, and navigating ourselves and whatnot to shake off the after effects of, what happened on the early side, so, hey, that's working in of itself. So, and another reason to salute you, on top of the fact that just generally speaking, regardless of what year it is, tomorrow is never promised to us. We say this, during certain occasions, but, we do have the tendency, still to take life for granted. You know what I mean? And, January 1st, 2024, was a day that was never guaranteed to any of us. So, hey, much love, to all of y'all, and I'm happy that all of y'all have made it, without question. Would ask how your December went. As a matter of fact, I'm going to ask how your December went. Put it in the comments. I'm going to go ahead, be down there, chopping it up with y'all, talking with y'all here as it relates to, December. I know a lot of y'all have had a lot of great times here over the Christmas holiday, especially New Year's Eve. That's the ironic part about New Year's. It's the only holiday I know where the eve is celebrated more than the actual day. You know what I mean? Thanksgiving Eve, you know what I mean? If you want to count cooking the food to get ready for Thanksgiving Day celebration, okay, I suppose. But I'm not going to do that. No, heck no. Shoot, that's not a celebration. That's preparation. That's all that is. It's preparation. You know what I mean? The actual celebration is on the day where you're saying where you get to eat the food. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? Thanksgiving Eve. Was about to say Thanksgiving Day again, but Thanksgiving Eve, no. Christmas Eve, no. The kids are going to sleep. That is the earliest you will ever have kids go to sleep. You know what I mean? Any other time, I ain't gonna say you would have to fight tooth and nail because I know, we as black people in the black community, we'll go in, you know what I'm saying, on our kids, you know what I'm saying, to make sure, you know what I'm saying, to say the very least they're in their rooms, you know what I'm saying, at the time that they're supposed to be. You know what I mean? And they better be quiet, you know what I'm saying, if they're going to call themselves faking like they sleep. But Christmas Eve, you ain't got to get no pushback, you know what I mean? Because they trying to get to them gifts in the morning. What else? Shoot. Valentine's Eve, ain't no celebrating that. No. Valentine's Day. You know what I'm saying? That's where the celebration goes down. You know what I'm saying? That's when you're saying like the hotel stays, you know what I'm saying, are booked all over the place. You know what I mean? Restaurants, you know what I'm saying, is getting crazy business. You know what I mean? So on and so forth, the gift exchanges and you know what I'm saying, whatever it is that y'all plan, you know what I'm saying, like vacations, you know what I mean, are you know what I'm saying, are running rampant here on, you know what I'm saying, on that day. You know what I'm saying? You ain't getting all that on Thanksgiving, Valentine's Eve, you know what I'm saying? You ain't getting that February 13th. No. 14th, you know what I'm saying? So New Year's Eve is the only day, you know what I'm saying? New Year's is the only holiday where the Eve is celebrated more than the day. But yeah. Anyway, all that being said to say, I know between Christmas and New Year's Eve, you know what I mean, y'all got some stories, and shoot, even before Christmas. So yeah, let me know, you know what I mean? But shoot, in the meantime, though, I got my brain picked. You know what I mean? Which I always love. You know what I mean? That's always a great compliment for me, because for anybody to want to pick your brain, that's a telltale sign they believe that you have some things that you can share that they can take in and incorporate with themselves. You know what I mean? So I love it. You know what I mean? And shoot, and just even knowing how much my brain has been picked since childhood, you know what I mean? Like that lets me know a lot about myself here, you know what I'm saying, in the positive, you know what I mean? So again, greatly appreciated. And also here, shoot, with me having my brain picked like I just did, I'm gonna give my answers to the questions. But I'm gonna also ask you the questions because yeah. Y'all getting your brain picked too. So put your answers in the comment section here also. You know what I mean? We gonna get to those questions here. You know what I mean? Discuss a few things. But right now, let's go ahead and get back into this music. You know what I'm saying? Because, we got some lo-fi vibes for you here. You know what I mean? Let's go ahead and chill. You know what I'm saying? And, I'm gonna kick everything off here on a relaxed note. Huh? Hey, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a mixtape rapping over certain lo-fi beats. That's what I'm gonna do, because listening to these tracks from Chill on Moon, after I said we was gonna kick things off on a relaxing note, all the tracks are relaxing. But that Galaxy Serenity, the very first track, you know what I'm saying, that y'all heard, I was freestyling to that for like a minute before I got into relaxed mode, you know what I mean? Because like between that melody, you know what I'm saying, and the drum patterns in there, hey, wheels was turning. but yeah, you know what I'm saying, that's what we heard here, you know what I'm saying? The very first one was Galaxy Serenity. The second one was Inseki, Sad Lo-Fi. And the third and final track before, you know, we got back chopping it up again was Galactic Echoes, all by Chill on Moon. Tap in with them, you know what I mean? But now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask y'all the questions that were asked of me. You know what I mean? Because again, I'm picking y'all brain just like mine got picked. You hear me? You know what I mean? So I'm going to ask y'all these questions. And, you know, after I ask y'all the questions, I'm going to give y'all my answer. You know what I mean? To the questions here that were proposed to me. The very first one is growth measurable? And if so, how? One more again, is growth measurable? And if it is, how is it measurable? How can it be measured? That wasn't no dramatic pause, just giving you time to think. Yeah, I mean, but no, to give you my answer, growth is measurable. Yes, it is measurable. Because shoot, just even thinking about your life, you know what I mean, and the stages that you've gone through in your life, not only developing here, you know what I mean, physically so, you know what I'm saying, going through body developments and maturation, but mentally, emotionally, and spiritually so as well. Because hey, even in the midst of your physical development and maturing, part of that physical development is the development of your brain, of your mind. You know what I mean? And your mind doesn't even fully develop until you hit the age of 25, men and women, like the human mind. You know what I mean? The human brain fully develops at the age of 25. So even with your mind developing, you know what I mean, and maturing here itself, that gives more capacity for you to learn and for you to better yourself. You know what I mean? As you're growing and as you're navigating through your life in this world. Because, hey, you know, popping out here, this is your first time in the world. Like, you ain't never been on Earth prior to getting born. Like, you know what I'm saying? It just is what it is on that side. So with that being said, you know what I mean? There's a lot of things that you're going to have to take in, a lot of information that you're going to have to take in, you know what I mean? And upon you taking in what you take in, you know what I mean? And even finding out certain things here as you grow up, because, you know, you will be provided with misinformation. You will be exposed to things that were not so beneficial to your developing here in the most healthy manner possible. You know what I'm saying? Thereby, you know, leaving you in a place to where you have to heal from those things and even unlearn, you know what I'm saying, some of those things here along the way. all of this, contributes, to the measurements of your growth and your development. And then also on the flip side, there's a such thing as arrested development. You know what I mean? There are people out there right now who are full-blown adults and still have the mind of a child, literally. You know what I mean? There's some full-blown adults that are just trying to act childish. You know what I mean? And, and moving through the world here as grown kids. You know what I mean? And that is a sign of like their immaturity. You know what I mean? And anybody who's immature, can't really flex having any type of growth to them. You know what I'm saying? They done only hit, but so far, and they allowed that to be their ceiling and nothing else. Like it's just a wrap on that side. So with those two sides of the spectrum, existing, that is the measurement, in which somebody grows. You know what I mean? Like, did you grow up to a certain point or whatnot, and stunted yourself or had something stunt you? You know what I mean? Or did you continue to evolve here, as you've been exposed to new experiences and things and people and environments? So your developmental stage, from the time you're a newborn till you're 5, that's when you're most impressionable. You know what I mean? Because, hey, your mind's growing, your body is growing, you're practicing things here. This is where you're learning like 95. I don't want to say 95%. That's a big number here. I'll say about like 70%. Of what you're going to take in and what's going to contribute to your personality later is going to be in those developmental stages. You know what I mean? Because not only are you learning to practice, walking and talking, you know what I mean? You got to learn your ABCs, your colors, you know what I mean? Your numbers, you got to learn how to spell. But shoot, even beyond that, you know what I mean? You're watching your family. You know what I'm saying? Because, the household that you're growing up in and whatnot, those are going to be your first examples of people that you will ever see before you're even enrolled into a school or a daycare. You know what I mean? So, watching the examples of other humans in your house as you're growing, you know what I mean, is going to instill certain patterns and behaviors and morale into you. You know what I'm saying? On top of what it is that they consciously teach you. You know what I mean? And while you will be taught certain things here verbally, as always, actions speak louder than words. You know what I mean? Which is one major reason as to why I've always said that whole adage, do as I say, not as I do, is not only wrong, you know what I'm saying? It's just super hypocritical. You are literally, you know what I mean, flaunting your hypocrisy in my face, telling me, do what I tell you, not what you see me do. So you're just going to write yourself off, you know what I'm saying, from setting a good example just because you want to do what you want to do. And then get upset when the children are out in the streets doing what they see you do at home. You know what I mean? And have the audacity to even ask where they got it from. You! You know what I mean? So, anyways, to get back to my point here, I didn't mean to go on that tirade. But shoot, hey, it still needed to be said. It is what it is. But yeah, like having the first example of people in your home and how they interact with each other here with your, with your intermediate family, you're saying, and then further on, you're saying when you do, get enrolled in the daycare, you're saying, and get enrolled in the school, you're saying, and start interacting with other children, you know what I mean? Seeing how they talk and intermingle here with each other, You know what I mean? And even experiencing with yourself, you're saying, or experimenting, should I say, with yourself, which is an experience. um, you know, what you can do to get yourself in the mix, you know what I mean? And what works, you know what I'm saying, amongst your peers. That is part of your growth. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying, just learning that. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, being taught right from wrong. That's your compass right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, once you have that conscience, you know what I'm saying, fully developed here, and you know what's right and you know what's wrong, you know what's immoral, you know what I'm saying, you know what's morally correct, you know, that should serve as the filter, you know what I mean, you know, by which the information you get, you know what I'm saying, externally or internally, you know what I'm saying, by way of the means that we just got finished covering, should go through. You know what I mean? And how well you allow for that to take place so that you can keep yourself in a healthy mindset. You know what I mean? And so that you can be the best man or the best woman that you can be is indicative, you know what I'm saying, to the amount of growth that you show yourself to have and you're continuing to strive for. So all that being said, to elaborate on the short answer I gave, yes, it is measurable. It is very measurable. You know what I'm saying? By way of all of these things here that's been discussed. You know what I mean? That's the first one. That's the first one. We're gonna go ahead and get back into this music. You know what I mean? Sit back, chill, you know, vibe out here this New Year's. You know what I mean? And so we're gonna go ahead and get into question number 2 shortly after. Hey.
She talking nonsense, but the group chat.
legend, I'm a problem, I'm a blessing, I'm a king, I'm a prince, I'm a boss, and you a bitch.
I'm a god, I'm a legend, I'm a problem, I'm a blessing, I'm a king, I'm a prince, I'm a boss, and you a bitch.
They wonder how I've been. Watching the earth spin on its axis. I rode a cactus, levitate till I reach the stratus. Never out of practice, style just keeps evolving. I'll never be complacent, cause niggas is always starving. I ain't up in these clubs wasting time in front of for bitches. Or shucking jobbing for labels, won't sell my soul for the riches. That's real shit, me and the crew just keep it 1,000. Only roll with the wolves, better run when you hear it growling. Set the bar higher, spit Zuko fire, it's effortless. Don't hit my line, cause I'm popping and dodging messages. Presidential parties in Vegas, sweets got them salty. If you wasn't there to build, you won't get answers when you call me. Let the haters applaud me, get that shit out your system. I feed off the hate and let it big till I kill them. I'm built for it, I keep scoring, my flow messy. I'll be at the top, come and see me when you ready. I'm a god, I'm a legend, I'm a problem, I'm a blessing, I'm a king, I'm a prince, I'm a boss, and you a bitch.
I'm a god, I'm a legend, I'm a problem, I'm a blessing, I'm a king, I'm a prince, I'm a boss, and you a bitch.
They say the boy is back and he's better than ever, killing whoever. Been nice with the blade, Roni Kenshin when I sever. Ain't no one to save you, Kenji been out for blood. I'm sacrificing the ops and let them drop in the mud. Feel the dirt where I came from, pain where I rain from. Can't escape the trap, so I had to dig and create one. Bread to the ceiling until the building was mine. Don't sacrifice for nobody until my name in the skies. Yeah, I'm so hot at the oxygen thinning. They try to seal me away cause the flow is forbidden. Ain't no stopping me now, promise the story won't end. Every time a story concludes, another begins. Let the chapters unfold, writing my lyrics in bold. Graffiti telling my legend, prophecy sealed in a scroll. Writing all that I know, praying y'all see what it means. Writing all that I know, praying y'all see in between. Cause I'm a god, I'm a legend, I'm a problem, I'm a blessing, I'm a king, I'm a prince, I'm a boss, and you a bitch.
I'm a god, I'm a legend, I'm a problem, I'm a blessing, I'm a king, I'm a prince, I'm a boss, and you a bitch.
Yo, and that was Kami by Kenji Wave, you hear me? I do have to make one small correction here, when I was talking about the lo-fi tracks. Galaxy Serenity wasn't the first track that was played. It was actually Stars and Clouds, ambient lo-fi by Blue Bunny Lo-Fi, you know what I mean? So that one was the track that kicked it off before we got into the string of tracks from Chill on Moon, you know what I mean? But, no, that Galaxy Serenity, hey, that was hitting. You know what I mean? I got that downloaded now, once I get, into my mode here, whatnot, listening to some lo-fi tracks, I'm definitely writing to that one. But anyhow, Kami by Kenji Wave is what we just got finished listening to. And it is now time to go into question number 2. Hey, question number 2, you hear me? Oh man, this one here. Before we even answer that one, let's just recap the answer to the first one. Is growth measurable? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. As the old saying goes, you live and you learn. You know what I mean? And how much you learn and how well you learn, along with the ability, to discern what information to keep and what to unlearn, the overall ability to eat the meat and spit out the bones are all indicative on how much you grow and how well you grow. And word to your height, some people grow more than others. Do you understand me? So yes, it is very well measurable. Now, to get into the second question, which was, is it okay for you not to have it all together? One more time for emphasis, and then I'm going to pause, to give y'all an opportunity to think on this. Is it okay for you not to have it all together? Yes, it is. Because we are not monolithic. We are not meant to feel one certain way all the time. And just even going through this journey that we call life, and even growing in the process, there's going to be trial and error. There's going to be peaks and valleys. It's going to happen. There is nothing in this world, including your own life, that was guaranteed to you. You know what I mean? So therefore, nobody should expect anybody or themselves, for that matter, because I know that there are people out there who can be their worst critics. I'm one of them. To have everything together at all times. Not only is it unrealistic, depending on the situations at hand, a lot of situations for real, that can show to be very selfish on the part of anyone who tries to impose that type of expectation on a person. Now, here's the thing. You don't want to stay there if you just so happen to be in a stage in your life to where you don't have it all together. You know what I mean? And you're not even feeling your best. You know what I mean? Yeah, you never want to stay there, you know what I'm saying, in any capacity. You know what I mean? Because the more you stay in that state to where, you may not be, especially when we're talking about anything emotionally. I mean, like, financially, so, you know what I mean? And, career-wise, where you feel you may need to be in life, socially, you know what I mean? Yeah, like, it's okay to not have it all together here in those areas here too. And I would say the same thing here, even in those, elements as well. Don't stay there. But especially when it comes down to how you may feel emotionally, because the more you stay down like that, the worse it becomes. You know what I mean? You might have just been in a funk for a couple moments, you know what I mean, about certain things, that may have happened, that didn't go as you expected, you know what I'm saying, and you really wanted it to, or, just even going back to the social example, you don't feel like, you're at a place in your life, you know what I'm saying, that you should be. You know what I mean? Or whatever the case may be. Like, something, it could have even been an intrusive thought. You know what I mean? A thought that just came to your mind that wasn't even your own because you wasn't thinking of nothing prior to that thought coming. You know what I mean? That just brought you down into a funk when you were just fine 3 seconds ago. You know what I mean? But if you allow for that to stay there and if you allow for that to fester and grow, you know what I mean? Here it is, what should have only served as a temporary down point done became depression. You know what I mean? And depression, you know what I'm saying, can very well make you suicidal. You know what I mean? And if you allow for that to fester and you allow for these thoughts which have clearly snowballed in your mind at this point, you know what I'm saying, if you're at the point of suicide, you know what I'm saying, feeling suicidal, that suicidal feeling will become an attempt. You know what I mean? So with that being said, you know what I mean, when you notice you're not feeling your best, you know what I'm saying, or if you feel like, you know what I'm saying, you don't have everything all together here, in any arena of your life, okay, it's cool to recognize that you don't have it together here, and it's perfectly fine that you don't here. But again, don't stay there. Whatever it is that you need to do, like, upon recognition of it, think of what it is that, like, do some reflecting, like, recollect on some things, what all happened up to this point, that got you at this point. Was it something that you did? Was it something that you may have forgot to do? Was it a miscalculation here somewhere, that done brought you to this point and you just don't know how to get out of it? Whatever the case may be, do your recollection on that. And, and upon finding the cause of the issue, think of what you can do. Think of the solutions to these issues here that you're facing. Because for every problem, there's a solution. There is always a solution for every problem. You're only going to, wind up in a worse position if you allow for your mind to get to a point to where, you're finding a problem for every solution. So don't get to that point, And if you're even around anybody, or if you know anybody, should I say, no, if you're around anybody that's like that, get away from them. If you know somebody like that and you're in a place where you ain't all together here, don't even associate with them. Because they're only going to make the matter worse. Once you find out, like, what caused this, think of, like the solutions here to it, and what's going to need to happen, for you to take those steps towards that solution so that you can, get yourself back on track on whatever it is that you feel you don't have all together. And just know here too, as you're even fixing that, and even getting yourself back 100%, there's going to be something else that's going to come. Now, don't look for it, but, just have it, in your mind that, there's going to be another time to where you may not feel like you have it all together. Because again, peaks and valleys, highs and lows, ups and downs, like that's guaranteed in life. Like, you're going to be up for a while. It's going to be some things that may bring you down. But that's fine. Just get back up again. You know what I mean? And I wanted to take as much time as I could to emphasize that part of things because, while it is okay to not have everything all together, for the reasons mentioned, you got your people out there that will hear that and go left with it. Because people by and large have a bad habit of taking things to the extreme. So here it is, you may be telling this person that it's okay, not to have it all together. Or don't expect for you to have it all together all the time. Just trying to comfort them, and give them, some words here, to put things in perspective, while encouraging them, to get back up. And in their head, if you just leave it there, they'll be like, well, shoot, I'm here then, shoot, shoot, it's all right. I ain't doing nothing else because all that other stuff was for the birds anyway. And now here it is. They're wallowing in stuff that they really don't even need to stay in, and will make the quality of their life that much worse as a result. So, yeah, so again here, the major key in even recognizing and knowing that it's okay not to have it all together is that you need to do what it is that you need to do, just to get yourself back up again. You know what I mean? Yeah. Don't beat yourself up. Don't knock yourself down any further than life already did. You know what I mean? Whenever something comes along. But don't allow yourself to stay down either. Sure. Even boxing trainers, You know what I mean? When they instruct their boxer to stay down when they've been knocked down, it's only to give them some time to recoup before they get back up again, before that ref comes to the count of 10. They use it as a means of strategy. But they're not going to have that boxer stay down. No. Stay down, rest for a minute. Don't try and get back up again. Your legs ain't really all together like they need to be just yet. You know, stay down till like the count of 6 or 7. Then get up. But either way, he's getting up. Recognizing it's all right. It happens to all of us. But don't stay where life knocked you down. And that was LofiCentral speaking to us with the whispering winds, you know what I mean? Man, hey, let's go ahead and get into question number 3. Because there was a follow-up question to the last question. Let's get to that. What does having it all together look like for you? Think about that. And all these questions, like I said, you know what I'm saying, I'm giving y'all time to think because I wanted to see y'all responses to every last one of these. I'm checking for them. What does having it all together look like for you? You know what I mean? As far as your life is concerned, your goals, your aspirations. You know what I mean? You know, as the classic question is proposed, you know, where do you see yourself in 5 years, 10 years? You know what I mean? What does that look like for you? For me, I would say, first and foremost, I'm not punching any other clocks other than my own. That is one major thing. You know what I mean? I'm looking to get financially stable here enough to where I am working for myself. I can make my own schedules, do what I want, when I want, you know what I'm saying, with my family. You know what I mean? Because, you know, I am looking to, you know what I'm saying, be married. You know what I'm saying? And if I do have any more children apart from the one daughter that I do have here now, that's beautiful. You know what I mean? My whole attitude towards, you know what I'm saying, how many kids I have has always been however many I'm blessed to have is how many I'll have. You know what I mean? I've never had a specific number or even a time frame for that. Now, with that being said, because we are in 2024, 40 is right around the corner for me. And even having certain people joke about, oh, you about to have a son next, you know what I'm saying? Like you're saying, you know, you're going to have another one. It's going to be a boy this time. You know what I mean? After my daughter was born, you know, knowing that I'm not getting any younger, it's like, hey, he better come ASAP. You know what I mean? And that's really coming from the stance of, you know, having a kid, you know, at a point in time to where, one, I still have the energy to raise one. You know what I mean? And also, you know what I mean? Yeah, you know, just having the energy to raise one like that, that's the biggest thing above everything else. You know what I mean? Everything else I'm not really all too worried about, all too tough like that. You know what I mean? It'll be wild, you know what I mean, having an 18-year-old at 58, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? But yo, it just is what it is on that side. You know, again, you know, however many children I'm blessed to have at whatever point in time I have them, you know, hey, I'm all for it. But yeah, you know what I mean, being in business for myself, you know what I mean, being married, you know what I'm saying, with children, you know what I'm saying, be it, you know what I'm saying, with the children that we make, you know, or even if the woman that I'm meant to be with, you know what I'm saying, has children here also, because hey, I have a daughter myself. In our own house, you know what I'm saying, you know, in whatever place that we decide to, you know what I'm saying, to buy a house, you know what I'm saying, to settle in. Oh my God, let me emphasize that as strongly as I can. To settle in. I mean, like, cause I promise you, I cannot stand moving. Like all the moving that I did as a kid, oh my God. And then even like the circumstances surrounding some of those moves made me hate moving. You know what I mean? Like, you know I'm gonna move from where I'm at right now soon enough. You know what I mean? But, you know, I'm definitely looking to, you know, to crack down on that. You know what I mean? I need to be in a stable place. I need to be in a place or whatnot to where, like, wherever I move to or not, hey, like this is where I'm at. I don't mind traveling anywhere. You know what I mean? You know, I definitely still want to, you know, go out, you know what I'm saying, see places, meet people, and make memories. But even, you know what I'm saying, like after I get finished doing my traveling, you know what I'm saying, going out, you know, doing those aforementioned things, you know, I want to be able to look forward to coming into the home that I know is going to be home until I transition. You know what I mean? So that is one major goal, you know what I'm saying, on my list of things here. And really, those are the biggest things. You know what I'm saying? Like those are the core things that, you know what I'm saying, entail me having it all together. You know what I'm saying? Or what my ideal life is like. You know what I mean? So yeah, so that would be it here for me. But what does that look like for you? You know what I mean? Let me know. Let me know. Talk to me. Tell me something. I talk back, I promise. You know what I mean? But shoot, even if you need a little bit more time to think about it, go ahead, you know what I'm saying? Take some more time. Take some more time with it. You know, because we're about to have Chill on Moon. You know what I'm saying? Kick us off here with some more lo-fi vibes. And then I'll be right back. Be hollering at you.
Sauce it up, ayy. Sauce it up, ayy. Sauce it up, ayy. Ayy. I'm a savia. I'm a savia.
Make the money flip.
I'm a savia, yeah. Mama used to whip it in the oil. Now I got the trailer stuffed with packs like it was Goya. Real trappers, it's a life we chose. Put me in a room with chairs, I never fall. Fast money and you know we gone. Fast money and you know we gone. Fast money and you know we gone. This the life we chose and you know we rose. This the life we chose, mama getting old. How you been trapping old since a young and old? Bitch, I'm really in the field with pies like dominoes. Never snitch when a nigga does his dominoes. 45 in my area, never had me no fear, yeah. Lean got me on the layer, yeah. Neck on chandelier, yeah. Got my shine on, it's big time now. Got the big face on my clock now. Trapping for supreme, never that we. When the trap is jumping, we don't even think to eat. Pockets healthy, notice how they always styling, yeah. Never capping when I pull the seal up just a lane, yeah. Mama used to whip it in the oil. Now I got the trailer stuffed with packs like it was Goya. Real trappers, it's a life we chose. Put me in a room with chairs, I never fall. Fast money and you know we gone. Fast money and you know we gone. Fast money and you know we gone. This the life we chose and you know we rose. Ay, I'm in my lane, I'm in lane. What you think? The drip and change. Couldn't come up even if I dripped and changed. Never exchange for the money, that's why I exchange. Real trap, real rap, real dope, really rapped. I done seen a master chef turn into a master lock. Mass appeal for the money, I got mass for the money. Had to stash it while I had, you know I masked all the money. Yeah, yeah, all trap, no luck. First trip, came up. Way too many games you playing, still ain't got your level up. Had to freeze my face like winner when and got my bezel up. Ran stripping on my chain and musta came from moving cane. Mama used to whip it in the oil. Now I got the trailer stuffed with packs like it was Goya. Real trappers, it's a life we chose. Put me in a room with chairs, I never fall. Fast money and you know we gone. Fast money and you know we gone. Fast money and you know we gone. This the life we chose and you know we rose.
And that was Fast Money by Kenji Wave. And speaking of fast, look at the time flying yet again. I hate this part every trip. I know I say that a lot, but shoot, that's because I mean it. You know what I mean? One thing about me, I will drive a point home. That's real. You can ask anybody that knows me. Man, I was about to make a Father Pucci reference here too, but you know, I don't know how many people is actually gonna get it. Oh man, and that is the one thing that I hate about, you know what I'm saying, being exposed to JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, getting hooked on the JoJo's Bizarre Adventures like I did. You know what I'm saying? And having seen all 6 seasons that's out now, I know that season 7 is supposed to be coming sometime soon, Steel Ball Run. But yeah, that's still in talks. But either way it go, you know what I'm saying, before I go off into a rabbit hole with that, you know what I mean? I'm that one that will, you know what I'm saying, that will make references or even recite song lyrics. You know what I mean? Lines from a TV series, a sitcom, you know what I mean? Or a movie, you know, and being hooked to this anime, JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, you know what I mean? I got a whole gang of stuff in my head that I'd be so tempted to just blurt out, you know what I mean? But I know I can't because they ain't gonna get it. It's crazy. But anyway, hey, go ahead and enjoy your new year. You know what I mean? Hopefully this year serves to be better for you than this past year. You know what I mean? And hey, do yourself a favor. You know what I mean? And whatever it is that you have said that you are going to dedicate yourself to here this year, you know what I mean? By all means, definitely do that. Do that. You know what I'm saying? Stick with, you know what I'm saying, that resolution you made. You know what I'm saying? If you want to formally call it a resolution. Or if you just had it in your mind here today as you got up, like, hey, you know what I'm saying, like, I got to go ahead and switch this. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, this needs to move or this needs to shake over here. You know what I mean? Like, you know, go to work on that, you know what I'm saying? And stay committed to it. Stay committed to it. You know what I'm saying? Please do not start it and then wind up stopping it before January is out. Please don't. Please don't. You know what I mean? We already got too many people as is. You know what I mean? That make resolutions and don't stick to them. And, you know what I mean? Like saying like, yo, this gonna be me all year. You know what I'm saying? A mood all year, da-da-da-da-da. You know what I mean? And that wasn't even their mood for the first 48 hours of the new year. You know what I mean? So, yeah, you know, you owe it to yourself. You know what I mean? To do whatever it is that you know you want to do, you know what I'm saying? And even more importantly, need to do. You know what I mean? Yo, let this be that year. You know what I'm saying? That you fully commit to and invest in what you said you were going to do here and what you know you need to do. You know what I mean? In the meantime, I'll be seeing y'all.